Alright, the quick anthem as always, and as we're getting this set up, a lot of really good conditions here for 007, and some really varying conditions for Red Letter Media. Cameron Mitchell is not feeling it. He drank too much in Game 1. Nobody told him there was more games.
Do they have a good keeper?
No, they do not. He is the only keeper they have. They have trusted Cameron Mitchell, and they paid him in booze in advance. And this is what he does. But let's get... Old people can come out for Rem Lazar. AIDS Moby can fuck off for surviving edged weapons. Push the Whopper button again, and Breen can stay in. And Rich can stay in as well. Macaulay Culkin got Game 1, Rich can get Game 2.
I mean, rather than Mina, they won, but it felt like they left money on the table there in that match, and if they do it this match, it might really cost them.
Yeah, but meanwhile, 007 are here after possibly the worst game I've ever seen. And I lived through PES 18.
It will be interesting what's gonna happen here. It feels like if Red Letter Media plays as good as they can play, I don't think 007 can match it up.
Yeah, if both teams play to their potential, Red Letter Media should have this. But any dumb shit can happen.
It's PES after all. You try to rig it, and then you know what happens.
So let's see how this goes. 007 versus Red Letter Media, our second semifinal. Let's get this going. Submit game tips. Do it, but don't include quotes. Be funny. You can do it, chat, right? You know how to be funny.
No!
They know how to be funny one way, and that's say nigger.
You can say that word.
Oh, it's not my channel. I don't care if this gets banned. Oh good, Le Toucan has arrived.
Every day we receive thousands of terrible VHS tapes and DVDs. Some are so fucking weird we don't exactly know what to do with them. That's why the Wheel of the Worst was designed. It's a torture device for the modern age. The wheel is spun 3 times. Each spin selects a video at random for the group to watch, and then evaluate which video is the best of the worst.
In unrelated news, I've also built this this legally distinct Plinketto board.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
And we're off here. Now, 007 has a lot to prove. Despite being here undefeated, technically, on 5 points from their groups, they have ended 3 games in regulation time at a draw. So they could use a definitive win.
I mean, they might just, start being suddenly good.
They're
for
getting
this
some
match.
good passing here,
And-
but they still have that weak link of Sean Connery up front, who does not want to be there. So we'll see what Red Letter Media can do to
Just
answer
gotta
it.
tell him that, if he plays like shit, then it will go to extra time and he has to play longer.
Yeah, you have to do more. Do you want to do penalties again? We're not paying you extra if you do. Suburban Sasquatch back and forth with surviving edged weapons now, looking for Rich. Rich to Fraud. No, can't turn and take the shot. And lifting. They're looking for I Hate Being James Bond, but the Plinko board is going to get it first. Oh, I'm sorry, Plinketto. I don't want to get sued here.
Yeah, it's legally different.
Legally distinct. Very important.
The best kind of distinct.
Breen's gonna try and touch this up to Hack. He's fighting Johnny English, but it goes back to Dr. No. Dude, I feel Dr. No is quietly coming forward as like one of the best keepers in this run. Oh, it's Rich with the shot, and Dr. No proving me right with that save.
It's gonna be a corner.
There's something very odd about this Rich model. He looks like bulkier than he should be. And not just in like girth, like his arms are
not
bigger.
in a fat way. He looks like built.
Yeah, like Rich should not be that like Rich doesn't lift. He should not have those. He has like gorilla arms.
Better. Yeah, get to it, aesthetics guy.
I'd say get to it when you submit Rich if you win, but I mean, Red Letter Media is already on TV, so I don't know what they'll do there. That's for the TV guys to figure out. That's not my problem. But let's see what I Hate Being James Bond can do. As he has to get around, he can't deal with the fucking Whopper button.
Just gets bullied.
Oh, and now Hack gets a good pass. He has to get past the moon buggy, and Dr. No again denies him.
He was quite bullied there by the defender.
He is a fucking hack. He deserves to be bullied.
Talentless hacks and frauds.
He did get a hat trick in one of his games, but again, it was against the team who was trying to play for the spoon. Alright, 007.
Are there multiple teams that try to lose on purpose?
No, but the team that did try to lose on purpose didn't actually end up getting the spoon, because another team was worse.
Thanks, Pez.
The former Top Gear team, which is now just Clarkson, Hammond, and May and all their various shenanigans. They wanted to lose the most, but Star Wars did instead.
Oh, you mean Bottom Gear?
They turned into Bottom Gear for their last match, yes. And they still pulled a 3-3 draw against this Red Letter Media.
What the hell happened there?
I don't know, but they didn't get punished for it, and that's all that matters. That's going to go out for a throw-in for James Bond.
The keeper was like dropping down to grab the ball.
Like he came to grab it, and Johnny English touched it instead. He was like, "Oh, my player touched it. I can't grab it now."
That's the rule. You're not allowed to grab it if it's like a pass backwards.
He just didn't want to put his hands on it, and it almost led to fucking a Johnny English own goal, which would be fucking hilarious. But instead, this is a much quieter game than some of the other ones we've had. There isn't even like constant failure like in 007 versus Lynch. But we'll see as Octopussy tries, and no, I Hate Being James Bond just trips on the Plinketto board.
Murdered.
And that's a murder that's not coming back. The Toucan is okay with that. Instead, Fraud is going to work with Rich Evans here. He has to get around Pussy Galore, but he can't.
Too ambitious there.
Oh, great back heel. Can't we talk this over? Past the Plinketto board, tripping, and no! Runs into Cameron Mitchell. I know he's a non-metal, but still, take a shot.
Run away with it, but yeah.
He's a non-metal. He can't run too much. Oh, yeah. Good interception, at least, to get this back. I Hate Being James Bond out-dribbles the Wheel of the Worst. What a
a
slick
defender
touch
fuck up
there,
there.
and 1-0 for 007.
From Russia with love, I fly to you, much wiser since my goodbye to you. I've traveled the world to learn I must return from Russia with love. I've seen places, faces, and smiled for a moment, but oh, you haunted me so. Still my tongue-tied young.
Yeah, no, you were saying that was some spaghetti. No, it wasn't. That was a beautiful double touch to just completely outplay the defender.
It looks like he like slightly bumped it off the defender's foot there.
If the Wheel of the Worst actually had legs, that double touch 100% went between its legs. As Octopussy gets a break pass, and Octopussy runs and puts in a quick second to make this 2-0 at the end of the half. Right, that button doesn't work anymore. Man, you could see there, she got that pass, slowed down a little bit, and then realized she was completely alone past all the defenders and just fucking went for it. And it is now 2-0 at the half. A quick 2-0 here for 007.
Yeah.
And that is their only shots.
Oh, that's some good efficiency. And yeah. Now Red Letter Media gotta look if they can answer it.
Well, they do have some changes coming in, as they're going to switch to preset 3 here, and then also go +1. So let's do that for them, and let's hit a chant for them as we go into the second half.
How does
Don't
it feel
curse
to
them
have
with
lived
the
long
chant
enough to
abuse.
see all of your favorite franchises go down in flames?
Feels great.
Don't worry, I played a chant that was fitting for 007 as well. How are those new 007 films treating you guys? You getting ready for the fucking black female protagonist they're gonna make? Instead, Octopussy is just gonna get the same pass
all
again.
the space,
Take her
all the
time, but
space,
run
the
into
safe.
Cameron Mitchell, and your hippos look famished. Skies the rebound.
That could have been absolutely catastrophic for Red Letter Media.
Octopussy fucking blew that attempt. She should have chipped Cameron Mitchell easily.
That should have been a goal, but oof. So we're getting a black Bond.
And I'm just making fun of what they're likely going to have, because there hasn't been any new Bond movie announcements. Oh, there was some news recently saying Christopher Nolan wanted to do them and base them more accurately on the fucking novels. Which, good luck with that. Those novels fucking suck. They are so poorly written. But who knows? Anything can happen. Knowing Christopher Nolan, however, they will be 5 hours long.
That would be fine if it is Kino.
You got about a 50% chance of that. Because now,
I mean, that's better chances than you get from PES all the time.
Fair enough. But more awkward passing here in the midfield, as James Bond, they really just want these lifted through balls. And Red Letter Media
is struggling here a little bit.
Can't connect these passes. Maybe Rich Evans was a mistake. Maybe it should have been Macaulay Culkin.
I mean, they might sub, and then they get Macaulay Culkin, and things might be better.
We'll have to see, because we got a few more minutes until subs, and they're still just struggling to make these passes. Rich gives it over to Surviving Edge Weapons. Urban Sasquatch just trying to figure out any way forward. Finds a pass, but no, Johnny English intercepts
lack
it.
of support.
And we're just going to stop there, because it's 65, and let's look at subs now. Still struggling, but let's see what Red Letter Media wants to do. If they're still losing in 10 more minutes, we're going to switch back to preset 1, but we're just going to sub the CMFs and DMF. The Rem Lazar is going to come back out for old people. Surviving Edge Weapons, which unfortunately means AIDS Moby. And Shoji Tabuchi is going to come in. And let's see, for 007. Again, they're not really in need of that metal sub, so we'll leave Your Hippos Look Famished in. Austin Powers can instead come out for Can't We Talk This Over. Can't We Talk This Over can come out for 4 directors.
What? It's too. Can we talk this over?
They fucked up, and this one is the player's supposed to be named where it should have ended, because it's Skyfall, but they just fucked up copying it. So there's 2 players named Can't We Talk This Over. I had a bit of a schizo moment about that last weekend, but it's okay now.
Oh, they get a ball.
Bad pass, and
space,
Fraud gets it back. Fraud's gonna run in, and Fraud puts that in.
Pause abuse happened.
It's a pause abuse, doesn't matter. Fraud is on the board, 2-1.
Yes, she was, but then she was a genetically engineered daughter of Dr. Boom Boom Zoom.
Come with me, and we can travel around the galaxy. Dr. Boom Boom Zoom, come with me, and we can travel around the galaxy. Boom Boom Zoom, come with me, and we can travel around the galaxy. Dr. Boom Boom Zoom, come with me, and we can travel around the galaxy.
He may be a fraud, but that is... let's see, they wanted to switch to preset 2. Can do. Good thing you
we
double
summoned
said that.
Fraud by talking about Nolan and Bond.
Yeah, it worked. And it also summoned a manager to assume direct control from the pace bin. And his first act as manager was taking credit for pause abuse. It's that simple.
Good. Excellent. I approve.
And then they switched to preset 2 here. Let's see what James Bond can do now. I hate being James Bond, just barely keeps that in play. Please return it in one piece. But Octopussy can't get past Neil Breen. Moonbuggy crosses it low. Breen clears it again. 4 directors to Octopussy now. The Wheel of the Worst this time gets it out, but it just keeps going right back to 4 directors.
Oh, they're struggling just you know,
just to clear it here, but Plinketto finally did, as Old People is getting it up to Fraud. Rich and Fraud back and forth. I want
somehow keep control of that.
I want the Hack and Old People connection to work. But no, what the fuck? Why did they just stop there? But Fraud gives it to Rich Evans! What a fraudulent goal to tie this up!
What was that?
Oh my God! Broke new ground! Very cool.
What a fucking play. Both striker and defender miss the shot, and then the other defender just gives up and doesn't chase it, so the striker gets another attempt at a pass. This is the fraud shit we need.
One of the worst defender fuck-ups I've seen in, like, over 10 years.
Yeah, like, there's no excuse to just not push on that. He just stopped and watched it in the box that deep.
Like, I think it might have been, like, the defender kind of thought, like, oh, it will go out, I don't have to chase it, but I don't even think they have AI routines for that.
They do, actually, but, like, that's not the place where that triggers, because the other defender chased it. The one who whiffed when she collided with Fraud. Like, that guy was just, he didn't want to show up.
You were miles ahead of the striker and just
touch it, just push it. It's that simple. But instead, we're 5 minutes and this is still tied. Are we going to extra time again? God, I hope not. But please return it in one piece. Up to I hate being James Bond, who doesn't try as well.
No.
It's an easy grab for Cameron Mitchell. Fraud collides with the defender.
I feel like there's at least potential for another goal.
There absolutely is. The Suburban Sasquatch is given all the space in the world to get this into the box. And gets another attempt here at a cross with AIDS Moby. Rich gives it up to Fraud, who backheels it to Hack, who's too covered. And Shoji Tabuchi fighting desperately with Old People, but the refs blow the whistle there.
You were in an extra dime.
You're going to extra time for the 4th time today in 6 games.
This screams exponentially.
It's okay, I didn't want to eat dinner today anyway. Well, here we are. Another sub, of course, is opening up. And we're going to, again, give it to 007 now, so your hippos look famished will come out for... Who throws a hat? Seriously. How rude. And Red Letter Media are going to go back to preset 1, keep +1. The Pastebin said do sub Rich for Mac right now. Did you want to do that, or you want to hold off? Give them a second to consider that. Yeah, make that sub. Sounds good. The Rich has had his time. Macaulay Culkin is here to save the day.
There's lots to save, but I could also see W7 like returning back to life, and yeah, they just need to stop their defense from doing like weird shit, and
Anything
no,
could
going
happen.
back on attack, just getting some good through balls or something like that.
007 have frauded their way through extra time once today, but can they do it against the hack frauds of Red Letter Media? Let's see.
I mean, towards the end, Red Letter Media just looked straight up better.
And they
So
do
if
as they
this
steal
holds
it on the
on-
kickoff here, only for Mac to get murdered by Johnny English. And we'll see what they can do as they're going to push forward. AIDS Moby completely eats shit. The Toucan called it, but play continues because they have advantage. And Mac takes a shot that's really weak off a defender. I wonder if that tackle's going to come back when play stops, or if we're just going to go right through it and not care, because it was only Jack who died. Who really cares?
No, they would have called it by now then.
Oh, we're touching it up here. Please return it in one piece just to get around the Plinketto board. Board Directors is wide open. They try to cross it on the ground to Octopussy. And Neil Breen desperately gets that out and off of her for a goal kick. And that tackle is coming back. A yellow card for... I don't even know
It's been a
who.
really long time.
Yeah, and it is for that tackle. Okay, that was a fucking dive. He was already past him by the time AIDS Moby fell over. He got a card out of it, so that counts for something, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. They do get it back off the goal kick. Suburban Sasquatch is given a lot of space to work with. As always, no one wants to get near it. They'll die. AIDS Moby lifts it for special guest Macaulay Culkin, who heads it over the net. Does Please Return It in one piece have 2 yellows? I don't think so.
Do you have a sets guy who can tell you where's Vaughn?
Vaughn is dead. It's very tragic.
The accident was 5 years ago.
You have to let go. It's not your fault. I don't think he got a card earlier. I don't remember if he got one in the group stages, though. Great steal away there for Neil Breen. He goes back to Cameron Mitchell to kill some time. As we're nearing the end of the first half of extra time here, and Red Letter Media is wasting time again going back to Cameron Mitchell. But Suburban Sasquatch and Fraud on this wing, they have something to work with. And no, Johnny English, like, Hack gets it, and Johnny English sticks 1 foot out, and it's gone, and that's just it. Octopussy's going to pick this up, and the refs are going to give them this one last attempt, but the Wheel of the Worst intercepts, and that is it. 15 more minutes to play before we go to penalties again.
The scoreline should be just so different going by these shots. This must be quite frustrating for Red Letter Media.
Yeah, but this did happen in 007's last game, too.
Yeah, you don't want to go to penalties if you can avoid it.
Alright, let's see. Red Letter Media... No, all they say is this is going to penalties. Let's keep going. 15 more minutes. Let's see what they can do.
I mean, Red Letter Media, they start in possession, so...
And they're fighting to keep it, but they're going to lose it here.
No, they lost it.
That's dangerous, and that's a really dangerous through
it's
ball
a
for
lot
I
of
Hate Being
space.
James Bond, who takes the shot past Cameron Mitchell easily. 007 back in the lead.
Would not let my love for you show, in case you'd say no. To Russia I flew, but there and then I suddenly knew you'd care again. My running around is through. I fly to you from Russia with love.
Just gets a great pass there, and there's nothing you can do about that for the defense. It comes down to the keeper, and Cameron Mitchell he's a little too drunk to help. All right, let's see. Red Letter Media changing
Purple
again
keeper.
here. 6. All right, we doing any other changes there, Red Letter Media? Oh, long. Well, you said counter short, center maintain 6. Don't blame me. All right, there we go. It makes sense. They need to push, and they need to do it quickly.
And they need to push better than before.
And you know what? They did jinx this. They said, oh yeah, no, this is totally going to penalties.
Oh, they jinxed themselves.
They did. But they're trying with the hack here. Moonbuggy goes back to Dr. No to waste some time. Octopussy touches it up, but no, eyes on Brain is going to get to it before Oddjob can. Oh no, instead he meant to say to you, Tenko, that yes, this performance is very frustrating. Which, understandable, it's frustrating to watch. It's frustrating to talk about. Oh, but Macaulay Culkin misses a very crucial pass there. And that's really bad with this time remaining.
Barely any time, like 5 minutes plus maybe 1 minute.
Oh, and AIDS Moby fucked it up. He kicked it into the ass of a 007 player, and Octopussy gets this pass past Cameron Mitchell, and that is the dagger 4-2. Just do whatever they can.
Yeah.
That was entirely on AIDS Moby. He kicked it right into a striker.
There could be a miracle, but...
Well, Hack finds Macaulay Culkin, and Macaulay Culkin puts that in. There's time. Never say never.
we might be back. We might be back.
So moving on, the next tape that we watched in this horrible failure nightmare experience was Don Beveridge, 5/1/98, customerization seminar. Is that a word? That must be a word. I trust Don Beveridge.
So I don't know what the issue is here. I don't know why you need to talk about it for 3 days. Clean it up. And we found out we got 3 major problems. I said, my God, what are they? He said, number 1, the Whopper is served cold. Tell the road of course the Whopper pot. I'm gonna give you bagels. Bagels. Tell the road of course the Whopper pot. I'm gonna give you bagels. We got bagels.
Are the bagels of Don Beveridge gonna be enough, or are they just gonna waste this time?
I desire for the miracle. Please, 4-4.
Well, they're trying to give it back to Cameron Mitchell, but there's no added time.
There's no time.
And the refs call it there. We're not allowed. We are denied.
Oh, fuck you, old people.
We are going, our final is set, Stargate versus 007.
Oh no, I told you about the danger of just not playing well enough. Could have done so much better. So many missed chances by Red Letter Media.
Yeah, and you look at those stats, like they had the shot lead the entire game. It's a couple blown opportunities, AIDS Moby passing it right into the ass of an enemy striker, like, that pass from Jack, that is what fucked up the game. Jack is a mistake, bring on Beard Fat.
And they only were, like, kept alive by just absolute defender fuck-up.
Man of the match is going to be Octopussy with a 7-5. Well deserved.
Lots of, like, really like,
clutch touches.
Scores. Yeah, lots of 5-0s.
And yeah, that does set our third place and our final are both group stage rematches. 007 and Stargate came from the same group, as did Red Letter Media and Married with Children. Very interesting. Groups of death, clearly. But our match events here. First half, 43 minutes. I hate being James Bond, 45 plus 1, Octopussy from Your Hippos Look Famished. Second half, 67, Fraud, unassisted. Late subs, and then Rich Evans from Fraud at 77 to bring us to extra time. And in extra time, Please Return It in One Piece gets a yellow at 98. And 3 goals in the second half. 108, I hate being James Bond from Octopussy. 116, Octopussy from 4 directors. And 119, Macaulay Culkin guest stars from Hack. Just to give a little ray of hope. But yeah, that sets up our final and our third place match. You were just about to say...
final, it was a draw, and... between Married with Children and Red Letter Media. Red Letter Media won last time, but
yes.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see right now because third place matches comes first.
Yes. So let us play 007's Victory Anthem again and get set up on that third place match.